DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Good morning, everybody.
Yo, you're not lying. The faces are kind of funny there. My favorite face is Jay's. His like, yeah, like you know.
You can clearly tell with mine. It's like what the fuck did he really just say? That kind of face. Like I'm just like.
I'm curious. I'm curious which episode that one was pulled from. We'd have to go back and check that one out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because now I need to figure out why I was making that face.
Right. How you guys doing this morning? Good to fucking see you guys, man.
Oh, shit, man.
I'm like physically drained. I'm physically drained. Man. I mean, like to start, we can review, right? So what do we do this week? If you want, I'll end with St. Patrick's Day because I know you have something to say about St. Patrick's Day too, right? Oh, Jesus Christ.
This motherfucker's got a fucking bottle of MD 2020. What the fuck?
No.
Negative. No. Kids, we do not condone violence towards our livers on this fucking podcast, by the way.
Wait a minute. Fuck. No, Squillini, you don't know. He doesn't know, Jay.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know what happened the last time you drank that live on the show.
Oh,
and
which episode so I can go back and watch that.
Oh, now. This is pre official season podcast.
This was right after. This was right after. And I'm just gonna put it out there, because it's funny we talk about it, but you will not see this because we want to keep the image right? We want to keep the image right.
We have removed certain episodes like from the library and like.
Oh, so this is one of those episodes.
No, this one's gone. Like this whole segment is gone. Like it's deleted. So we were going through some rough times, DD214 Gaming, and we were kind of troubled, and we were just kind of going with it. Me and you were both drinking heavily on the show.
We were
kind of troubled.
A little too.
We're still kind of troubled.
Well, and that's we've talked about it before on the show. Like we kind of go like half kayfabe, when we go live, we kind of go like half kayfabe. Half the show is we're kind of serious about stuff. Our opinions are kind of like probably pretty close to our regular opinions. The other half is a little bit of characterization, a little bit of like we sell ourselves a little bit more than we might be regularly in real life. That particular episode, me and John
we were going through it.
Yeah, we we were on one, and it was like, and it was obvious that we were on one. It was like, it was a little too obvious, where it was like, there was a lot more drinking than there was podcasting, put it that way. You know what I mean?
and it came to a point that actually it's interesting that we talk about this too, to see like the perspective of where we are now and that
Absolutely.
growth, because
Yeah.
after that, you know, we spoke about it and you didn't even ask me to take it off. You didn't even ask me, and I said no, I'm going to take that off because I don't, why would I want to have you up there and have you portrayed like that? And it was a
Well,
big
yeah.
it was a big thing, and like Jay fell asleep.
Like, yeah, like passed out on the show. Like,
But we're not
that's-
talking. But the only thing is that one, the one that he drank was blue, like it was blue.
well, it's one of those things where, like, you know, I make a joke and, you know, buy a little thing of Mad Dog 2020, you know, because it's still available in my area, right? But the funny part is, like, I'm not going to drink that whole fucking thing on this show, you know. A lot
No,
of
yeah,
times-
yeah.
There's times that, believe it or not, there's been shows where you'll see me drinking out of a can of beer, but I have actually,
No,
like,
that shit.
it was from the night before, and I put fucking water in it. And fucking, like, that's kayfabe. You can't tell that I'm drinking water or fucking beer either way. There's episodes where you'll see me crack a beer, but the can next to it had fucking water.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, sometimes you have to stay a little bit more professional, especially when we go live. And that was a lesson to me. Like, you're gonna fall asleep on the fucking air, dude. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
and it happens, and it happens. It was actually, and it was actually a funny moment and a learning moment, and one of those moments, like, yeah, it fucking happened. Okay,
and it was early in our history, so, like, nobody fucking saw. And the only reason
We were-
anybody knows about it is because we're talking about it. So
yeah. I think this may be like what, the second time we've
No,
spoken
once
about
was
this on the air.
yeah. We don't, because we don't talk about the early days very often. So that was
Yeah,
actually one of our
yeah.
topics on our little
Yeah.
thing that we're gonna do later. So
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, shit happens. We're humans. There's going to be things that we fuck up and do even when we're live here. And that's all there is to it.
listen, what's his name, Don Remus? No one could top what the fuck he did live on the air, right? So it's like, you know,
wait, which one? Who?
Don Remus.
Oh, the Imus.
Imus, that
Imus.
guy. Yeah,
I
yeah.
who
You
you're
know,
talking about.
when it comes to live radio, he probably made one of the most, if not the most controversial statement on live radio in history.
Well, and he
you know-
lost his and he lost his fucking job after that too. So
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
That-
did.
he was one of the original shock jocks, along with Howard Stern and
Yep.
Mhm.
Soupy Sales, and a couple of the other older disc jockeys back in the day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
So speaking of disc jockeys, this week
what you got?
I have been recording since
Okay.
we did our Cards Against Humanity shoot. I have been doing shoots for other shows and stuff like that, and I am just physically fucking wiped. But I have to say, out of all those days, yesterday was the first time I physically had someone in my home to record a podcast.
Oh,
Very
cool.
very untraditional. You know, it was with a friend of mine named Eric the Red.
Okay, love the name. Fucking digging the name.
Yep, Eric the Red. He came out with the album Diamond Cutter, which I've talked about on this show. I reviewed it on my personal YouTube. I have to say, it was cool to get with someone who I've known since the 6th grade. He took some time out of the music business to kind of focus on himself, and you know, there was times that it was time for him to come back and do the right thing. It was a great moment. But remember last week I was talking to you about the tape,
The tape.
how
The tape.
big shout out to Kibo Hidi and Eric the Red. I have here the cassette tape for the Inteku tapes from Kibo Hidi. We were talking about the technology of it coming back into a cassette tape, but with a USB dongle that comes out of it.
Ah, interessante.
I have it right here.
I dig it. I dig it.
Now, what's very interesting, and he says I could talk about this. There are different versions of this. I probably have a V4, anywhere between a V3 and a V5 version of this album right now, and his
Okay.
marketing is super interesting. And I don't want to give out all his secrets, but this tape is only exclusive to those who RSVP to the event, and this will not be released until a later time. and there's going to be 4 parts of this. And
he sounds like a very interesting and artistic character. So that's really neat.
yeah, I have.
yeah.
I will be interviewing him eventually. It's going to be very interesting to talk about the technology. I got to pick his brain a little bit, but the most important thing that I want to bring up about this is actually realizing how important what we do is, you know, and how much how much further this can be. It's going to come to a point that there's going to be a studio in the middle of all of us, and this is going to be a big thing, and we're going to be traveling to do shows and stuff like that, you know.
That'd be a lot of fun.
It's going to happen. And doing the show yesterday, cramped up in my bedroom, I realized, you know, I need, you know, yeah, I have everything, but I need to be more ready. And there's always room for growth. There's always it's very interesting. Go ahead.
So, I mean, that's kind of where, you know, me and you, John, we've talked about it and in private conversation, how, you know, over the next year and a half, once my fiance finishes grad school, we're going to be moving to, you know, out of North Carolina to another state, buying a house. And my ideal, like the way I'm going to have my office at that point set up, where I'm going to make sure I have a bigger space than I have now, because I'm in like a 13 by 14 bedroom in an apartment.
Yeah.
My, you know, I work from home. Plus I have my personal setup that I do the podcast from, my streaming, all that stuff. But once we buy our house, I'm going to actually have it set up to where I've got like a studio set up to where, yes, my full-time job is going to have a section of this room, but the room's then going to have my streaming setup. And then I'm going to have a like giant table in the middle of the room with a dedicated podcast PC and a monitor for whoever the host is, the main, you know, like producer, whether it's myself or if John comes and visits, John would run the setup, and multiple mics and stuff to be able to do more personal in-person episodes of shows. Even if, you know, I rent it out to like John to do episodes, if he's visiting my area, he can come in, you know, use this space to record episodes for other shows he's doing, stuff like that.
Traveling, this is going to be much easier, especially coming when, you know, because I'm coming to Kansas City soon, and this is coming with me, so it'll be a lot easier to do this shit.
So that's the thing. Like my podcast setup, I just recently bought the new M2 Mac Mini that Apple just came out with, and for my podcast setup that I'm going to have in the center of the room, it's going to be run off of that Mac Mini versus a traditional Windows PC. I'm going to be using professional grade equipment for the podcast setup when I do finally get that all set up.
It's exciting.
Oh, look, the guinea pig made an appearance.
Oh shit! But you know, and it's funny that you say that too, Jay, because you say it now. We're in a virtual world. Imagine when we are actually in the studio and we're all like, "Oh, look, Jay, do you know what all this is?" And he's gonna be like,
You guys have talked about it about 10,000 times, but in one ear out the other.
All we need to explain to Jay when we're in person is, here's a microphone, here's your headset.
Very fucking Barney style. Explain it like I'm fucking 5.
You know,
like
the only thing that we need is your throat.
Dude. What? Like the only thing I ever question is sometimes why. And as soon as somebody starts explaining the why of it, then I'm like, okay, let's fucking roll it.
Let's go.
Now, that's kids, remember, podcasting and prostitution both start with the same letter.
Right, dude. Right.
And they both make a little bit of money.
Yep.
Which is actually funny. You know how we're trying to do this whole thing like no money and stuff like that. So Spotify deleted our Anchor podcast sponsorship, right?
Did they?
Because Anchor is now Spotify for podcasters.
Okay.
They're forcing us. They're forcing us to make a couple cents an episode, but I'm waiting for the new.
What does that mean?
I mean,
I'm a little confused there. Like, what happened now?
So people have been listening to old episodes and stuff like that, which actually I'm going to talk to you about something about that later, to be honest with you.
Okay. Uh-oh. I don't know if I like the tone there, John.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
There's going to be a
We're
lot
fucked.
of backtracking when we talk after the show real quick, and
Oh,
I have
man.
to. Yeah.
When the king's upset, fucking like the fucking pieces are gonna fucking roll across the
Oh
table.
no, I'm not upset, but what's kind of bothering me is that like
Corporations are being corporations and acting like
Yes.
fucking assholes.
Yes.
Yeah, surprise, surprise,
Yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah. But anyway, as far as the weekend review, I did podcasting, and obviously I have a major update in the Red Dead Redemption roleplay.
Okay.
Your boy, Ulysses Bartholomew Wood,
Uh-huh.
is the owner of Bart's Morning Wood and Supplies
Hey,
in
no shit.
Blackwater, baby. Yep,
No
I bought
shit,
it.
dude.
I spent $130 in real life money.
In real life money.
In real life money, yep.
And then
And then I made a lot of money.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sell
Okay. All
so
right.
so the advertisement that I have here. Tonight I will be streaming on Twitch. I will be fighting in the bare knuckle brawl in Red M tonight.
Bare knuckle, like fucking
It's
Irish
a bare
style
knuckle brawl.
fucking.
Good old
Oh, yeah.
fisticuffs.
All right. If we're fans of nothing else on this show, we are definitely fans of fighting. Okay,
Yep.
like
So I will be tonight. I will be participating in the bare knuckle brawl tonight. I'm very excited to be a part of this. I'm super excited. I'm having a good time in Red M. We're having more adventures. We're taking out the robbers, and people keep on trying to fuck with me, especially since I'm the wood guy. Next in my week, St. Patty's Day parade. The only reason why I went was to see my daughter. Right?
okay.
She's a Girl Scout.
She was in the parade.
Yep, she was in the parade. You know, we're having a good time. I feel like I have some phlegm in my throat. What's going on here? She was in the parade, and first off, I don't like large crowds and stuff like that. Parades are a little too long. So I guess they thought to have all the little girls, they had all the grown-ups walk up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the little girls all the way in the back to walk the whole parade to the end, which doesn't make sense to me because they're children. They're children. They need the exercise, but you're losing attention span, and stuff like that.
It's cold too. It was probably cold too, right?
It was cold. The St. Patty's Day parade was nice, except for the fact it was a major, how do you say this? I'm the mayor and I have rich friends, and I'm going to put all my friends in the parade with their sports cars, and we're going to play the same fucking song that's played every fucking St. Patty's Day and have it played on every float in different versions, like in string, in violin.
What was the song? Oh, you don't like Dropkick? I mean, there's other Dropkick songs. I mean,
there's way many more Dropkick songs.
Definitely, Shipping Up to Boston is not the only Dropkick Murphy song. I will give you that 110%.
Every float. Good morning, Strobridge. Good morning, Nikki Larson. Good morning, Darla and Irvin. And it was every
float.
It was every fucking float.
Oh man,
every fucking float. Okay.
I still say the new fucking St. Patty song should be fucking Drunken Lullabies by fucking Flogging Molly.
Flogging Molly is a much more like
I sang fucking Flogging Molly karaoke on Friday night on St. Patty's Day. Fucking that was
my scarf hanging up there is a fucking Flogging Molly scarf
that
I got from fucking a couple weeks ago when I went to their fucking concert.
It's the first fucking time I've ever sang Flogging Molly karaoke, but I think I did okay. I gave it I did justice to it. Yeah, like
video or it didn't happen.
We're gonna have to do. What we're gonna have to do is do carry. You know what? I should put that on the wheel. I'm putting that on the fucking wheel.
Karaoke.
Video what the fuck,
dude? I will sing a karaoke song like that you guys pick in public, and I'll fucking get video just to say it happened.
No, we're gonna do it live on the show.
The most like anti J karaoke song, but I have to sing it. Something like that would be fun, right? Like make me sing like a song that's totally not me. You know?
Yeah.
Especially in like the kind of like little lounge / dive bar that we go to, where it's like like I'm singing like, you know, A Whole New World from Aladdin, maybe, you know, in front of all these blue collar badasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here comes the funniest thing for me. And you know, we don't talk about politics here, but there was a very politician thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they had all like the different parties of the political parties separated, right?
Oh, okay.
So up in the front, you had the Republicans who were throwing candy at children, like legit, like here's candy. And they were throwing it in the street, throwing it at the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But here come the Democrats. Would you like some candy? If you don't want it, we'll keep it. We could give it to someone else who wants it. You know, and like they were like the different worlds. And I'm like, no, I want you to throw the fucking candy at me so I could fight someone to get the fucking candy.
She's fucking. It just smells like.
Were they driving fucking vans that said "got candy" for the license plate? Like
they were driving vans that said the
Free
Democratic Party Association. It was, you know. Now the Republicans were no better. They were looking kind of funny, and it was literally, this parade was a conglomerate party of rich assholes in this neighborhood who wanted to show off their cars.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That sounds a little too. Doesn't sound very St. Patty's Day to me. It's like there should be drinking and horseplay and you know general like, you know, buffoonery and grabassery, and that doesn't sound like any of that. That sounds like not a fun parade at all.
Yeah,
and they made children walk the entire route.
Yep.
So they were enforcing child labor in the St. Patrick's Day parade in New Jersey.
Yep.
Of course they were. Of course they fucking were.
Woodbridge, New Jersey.
I fucking love you, John.
Oh man, but yeah, that's me for the week though. How was yours, man?
It was okay. You know, we kind of like we kind of settled into like a kind of a very generalized like holding pattern. So like we stick kind of like to our routine. The girls were on spring break this week, so they'll be going back to school tomorrow. Fantastic. So we had the girls were home all week. We kind of stuck to our plan and our routines. You know, we did go out to eat a couple of times, so that was nice. Specifically on St. Patrick's Day, we went out, had a very nice, very pleasant meal, and then me and my beautiful lady Nikki, we went out for a little bit of a nightcap, and that's where I sang some karaoke, right? Fucking and I guess really for this week, I watched a couple. I know I watched Dragged Across Concrete, and then I think there was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. Let me scroll. That way I can organize my thoughts here before I get too far into it. Dragged Across Concrete stars Mel Gibson and a few other very familiar faces. Vince Vaughn is in there. There was a guy that played the leader of the Niners and Sons of Anarchy. He's a fucking major player in this movie. There's a lot of stars, you know what I mean, like in this movie. Apparently it came out in like 2018 or 2019. And we had never really I'd never seen it or really heard too much of it. Really good movie. On the downside, the runtime was 2.5 fucking hours. Okay. So where this movie has a very compelling kind of like story, they drag a lot of the pieces out in the beginning part. And then once the action starts kind of ramping everything up, you know, it keeps you into the movie and you're still committed to it, obviously, but that runtime starts really dragging out towards the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like you're like almost like, oh my God, like, and we still have like, you know, we paused a couple times like, oh fuck, we still got like an hour to go. You know what I mean? It's like one of the, and it wasn't because the movie
son of a bitch.
It wasn't because the movie was bad. It was like goddamn, like how much more is there going to be? What'd you get, Joe? Did you get your freaking? What'd you get? Okay.
And then
cashews and Dunker. Goddamn Dunker. God, fucking you guys, you fucking children with your Dunkaroos, dude. I fucking love it. Love it. Overall, I would give Dragged Across Concrete probably a solid 7. Okay, I give it a solid 7, but it definitely loses points on the, what would you call it? Like the length of the movie. Certain scenes are kind of like extended, You know what I mean? And so it wasn't the worst movie, you know, and I did kind of enjoy it, but it was a very slow burn. If you
Yeah.
don't have,
Yeah.
if you're not prepared to sit there for 2.5 fucking hours, dude, like it's going to be a real slow burn for you. So yeah, I'm giving it 7 inches out of 10 on
Okay.
the 10-inch scale. Not a bad movie. Not a bad movie. And actually fairly compelling. There's a whole thing with like a bank heist that goes on in this movie, and these guys that are perpetrating it are like no fucks given, like they'll just shoot you. You know what I mean? And it's
So
but that's a very small portion of the movie though too. So like there's a lot that goes on around it, and it's kind of like, yeah, go ahead, Joe.
So I just kind of want to point out that a lot of shit now, we're like going back to the era of bank heist TV shows and movies
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, we just had Kaleidoscope, which we all kind of reviewed on the
Mhm.
channel.
We did.
Then, you know, Dragged Across Concrete, bank heist. One of the movies I watched recently, not this week, but a couple weeks ago was shit. Hold on, let me pull Netflix up because it was a Zack Snyder. He did 2 movies, Army of the Dead and like something else, and they kind of both work together with each other.
Okay.
Which was the other one was kind of like before the Army of the Dead movie, where it was more like bank heist types of thing, where one of the characters in the Army of the Dead movie was a safe cracker, and then this other movie was the safe cracker leading up to, and then the zombie apocalypse happened in the US kind of into Army of the Dead.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, we're kind of returning back to bank heists all over again.
Yeah, I'll be
It's like-
bank heists or robberies or some type of
Mhm.
like freaking.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do like. I remember watching fucking Heat in the fucking theaters, dude. Like first on screen, you know, appearance of like Al
Army of
Pacino and
Thieves. Thank
and
you,
Robert De Niro.
Strobridge. That's the one. That's the one. See,
But yeah.
I knew somebody that was watching would know the title of the fucking movie as I brain farted.
Yeah. But yeah, we absolutely, you know, fucking, you know, you can't be you know, you got to be ready to fucking drop everything fucking 30 seconds or less if you spot the heat around the corner. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's the discipline, right? That's the discipline. So yeah, but the movie wasn't bad. It was, I would say if you've got 2.5 hours and you want to see kind of like a slow burn / bank heist / dirty cops / and a couple of other tropes that I don't want to give away, so I don't spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it. You know, it's not a bad movie. The runtime did get to me though. I'm not gonna lie, the runtime did absolutely get to me. And then are we gonna do? I know we're gonna do Mandalorian and Last of Us here in a little bit, but Joe, you haven't really gone over your week yet. So why don't we get into your week, Joe, before we do Mando and fucking Last of Us?
Yeah. Well, we also have Cops because I was going to bring up Cops too.
Oh shit! Yeah. So,
Which I've been trying to do for the last 3 weeks. Holy shit!
Yeah, I mean, my week was the basic shit. Worked. We're going through a restructure at work now. My department was called DHE, or Digital Health Ecosystem, and now we're finally going the right route and actually calling us what the fuck we are, which is information technology, and starting to follow more proper standards across the board with any company that has an IT department, and restructuring it that way. With that, of course, I got a promotion and pay increase this week. And then I've been watching a show on Netflix, which, you know, came out on NBC initially, called New Amsterdam. It's like a medical drama.
Mm. Is that a New York hospital by any chance?
Yeah, New Amsterdam, New York.
Yeah, I've been to several of those New York hospitals in my youth, but yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
So watch that. I've got my kid for the next 2 weeks, so there's that. We yesterday we got up, fiance made fucking breakfast, and the kid was like, I want to go to Hot Topic and Spencer's. Now, of course, going into Spencer's, don't let your fucking 12-year-old go to the back of the store.
Yep.
Why?
Have you never been to
'Cause
Spencer's, Jay?
I've been to Spencer's. I'm just asking you guys why.
Well, first off, as a father of a 12-year-old female, I do not want my daughter going to the back of the store and seeing all of the adult objects.
They sell hardcore dildos now. It's insane.
Joe, are you not sex positive?
Oh no, I'm sex positive. When she turns 16, she can. When she's 16, she can go back there. No,
Very
she
fair.
actually
Fair.
doesn't want to go to the back of the fucking store because even before we went in, she's like, I know, don't go back near where the lava lamps are.
Once you go past the lava lamp, it's over. It's marijuana.
Because literally
sex.
in Spencer's, it goes lava lamps, giant dicks. Like there's no
Don't
in
forget-
between.
No, wait. Don't forget, it's the lava lamps, the cannabis stuff, and then the adult
Then the
stuff.
giant
and then
dicks.
sex. Yep.
Yeah.
Giant dicks and butt plugs.
Because it literally goes lava lamps, rolling trays, dicks.
stuff I put in my butt.
It's a fucking like Spencer's is like a literal rabbit hole. Like they have everything sectioned out so that, like, oh yeah, all the bad stuff is back there.
Yeah, because you enter the store, it's like all the novelty t-shirts and shit. Then you get to the
posters
like
too,
shot glasses and like coffee mugs and shit like that. Which I'm still trying to convince the fiance to let me get the booby coffee mug.
This from Spencer's.
Then you've got like the adult board games and stuff like Buzzed and different drinking games. They now have LED lit cups for fucking beer pong. They're machine washable, reusable fucking cups where the rim of the cups has LED lights in it so they light up.
I like it.
I like that too.
I'm going back when I get paid this week and I'm buying a set of those fucking cups.
I never got into playing beer pong at like parties. I enjoy watching other people play. It's like I never really got into it.
Yeah.
But but for the people that are into it, like I see fucking adults out here. Like they have beer pong. They have like beer pong at fucking some of the bars out here. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's a cultural thing. So it's like I'm okay with it. It's like no different than fucking playing cornhole. You know what I mean? Like
I will honestly say probably one of the earliest memories I have of making a purchase in Spencer's was buying the Octobong before I was 21. It is literally a beer bong that has 8 fucking hoses off of it, and it has a stand, and it holds fucking 2 liters of beer, and you can have 8 people fucking shot.
Did you say 2 liters, bro?
Yeah.
Half gallon, bro. Just say a fucking half gallon. Like this is goddamn America, dude. What the fuck?
Did you know that
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola?
I'm sorry, I want a liter of fucking cola. Okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want a liter of cola too?
Good evening, Ben. Yo, did you know that Coca-Cola? Did you know that Coca-Cola used to come out with a 4-liter?
Yeah.
You mean a gallon? Fucking hate you guys, dude. Are you guys done?
Ways to trigger J 101.
Hey, how old are you? 12,000 months. How about you?
Stop.
Well, you know, my 90-month-old child.
Yeah, right.
It drives me crazy when people do that shit. Like my 24-month-old kid, they're fucking 2.
2. At that point, they're 2. Yeah, like, and you can say 2.5. You know what I mean? You can say, or just closer to 2 or closer to 3.
2 3/4 if you want.
I will give you everything up to 2. I will give you, because kids do change and they change rapidly. I will give you everything up to fucking 24. You have 24. Like once you get to 2, the kid's fucking 2. You're done.
Yeah.
Fucking done.
It's not my 24-month-old or my 36-month-old.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to do fucking math. How old is the little?
It's your fucking 2-year-old and your fucking 3-year-old. That's what it fucking is.
How old is the little fucking shit machine? Like I can't do that kind of math like on the fly like right now. Okay, like you're talking to me. Like what fucking number is it actually? Okay, I ain't doing I ain't trying to divide by 12 here, bro, in my brain. Like stop.
But
no. Go ahead,
but Joe. Yeah, so my week that was the basis of it. Last night, after we got back from the fucking mall and shit, sat down, watched Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze and
Woo!
Sam
Fuck yeah, you
Elliott.
did. Fuck yeah, you did. How the fuck did that go, dude?
Well, I mean, I love Roadhouse. The movie itself is a good movie. I've always
Fuck yeah.
enjoyed it. It's
Fuck
been a
yeah.
while since I've watched it. I just want to throw out there, Sam Elliott, that motherfucker does not fucking age.
No. He's been 74 for like 20 years.
He played Sergeant Major fucking Basil Plumley, dude. Like in fucking We Were Soldiers. How long ago did that come out? And he looked exactly the same in fucking A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley fucking Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looked like
the motherfucker does not age. Like the most that's happened is his hair's gotten grayer.
Did you guys see they're remaking Roadhouse? I think I saw. Who's going to be the who is it now? The Channing Tatum? Is it Channing Tate-Yum? Is that it? Who is it? Who's going to be the new Roadhouse guy?
Channing Tate-Yum.
Channing Tate-Yum. I slide right up in that shit, bro. I butt fuck this dude. All right, like that's like.
So podcast and everything we know so far. Well, we already know that. Hold on.
Enhance.
So it's gonna have Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Yep.
Conor fucking McGregor, huh?
And Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott's gonna be in the fucking remake.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Bringing out my inner child, dude. Fucking. That's
so I mean,
awesome.
I'm a little curious on the Conor McGregor part because he's never actually acted in a movie.
That's one of the. You know what? I'm gonna say. That's a role probably for him that probably I don't think there'd be a lot of acting chops required. If he's playing like the rough and tumble type, like that's pretty much his fucking personality. You know what I mean?
Now,
like I don't think he's gonna have to stretch too far to fucking play a role.
I will say, I am a big fan of Gyllenhaal and what we have gotten from him to date. And he is built for the role. He's playing an MMA fighter soon. He's got that movie coming out where he's Afghanistan veteran. Southpaw.
He did Southpaw.
He did Southpaw. He's like the dude's like my thing.
And the Division. He's doing the Division.
Yeah, and he's freaking. When he selects his roles, you can tell he's pretty careful about what he chooses to film or not film, and you can see through his film history the wide variety, like the spectrum of movies he has like appeared or been the star of.
End of Watch, one of my all-time favorite movies.
Donnie Darko.
Gyllenhaal.
Donnie fucking Darko.
Nightcrawler.
That shit, dude.
Nightcrawler. That movie was so good,
dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he's been in so many different types and played so many different roles. He's
such a good actor.
If Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be the new Patrick Swayze and Conor McGregor's on the side, dude, I might have to spend some money, dude, and fucking sit in the back.
Just the fact that Sam Elliott's going to be in the remake is enough to put me into a theater seat to watch the movie. But then with Jake Gyllenhaal, if he's, the new Patrick Swayze, 100%, I'm going to go, I'll go see it. I'll waste my fucking, $100 between movie tickets and fucking popcorn and shit. Are you gonna watch the Afghanistan one he's coming out with? Are you guys gonna watch that? Are you interested in that at all? Like, have you guys?
I'm definitely gonna watch that. I'm
gonna watch it. Actually, what I'm planning on watching later today is The Greatest Beer Run, which I know we showed the trailer on here a while back.
Yeah.
It's on Apple TV.
Yes, it is.
And it's
what's it about? What is it? What's it about? What's it called?
It's The Greatest Beer Run. We watched the
It's
trailer.
I watched. I saw it. I watched that.
Yeah, with fucking
about Chicky Donahue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron is, he decides he can't join or whatever during Vietnam, so instead he goes and he brings beer to the troops.
I don't know.
It's a true story too. Yeah, it's real. It's good.
I don't know if my goddess Nikki remembers or not, but me and her watched that together one night when she was in the hospital. Like I brought my laptop into the hospital and shit, and I fucking
Yeah.
got on fucking. It's on Netflix, right? I think it's on Netflix.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. Well, I found we have a So like and I found it and I got and we watched it. We watched it together. Like freaking like hospital memories.
So I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna watch it. I've been wanting to watch it ever since we watched the trailer. I just haven't had the time. But no, I mean, I love Roadhouse, the original. I'm looking forward to the remake, hoping they don't fuck it up like they've done in the past with remakes. For instance, one of my favorite classics that they did a remake of, Point Break with Keanu Reeves.
There's only one Point Break. I don't know what you're talking about.
The remake was trash.
There was no remake. Just like there was no Dark Tower movie. Like there was no remake. Like there was no Dark Tower movie either.
It
like,
doesn't exist. It
doesn't
doesn't
fucking
exist.
exist.
That's
like there's no DMZ show.
That's me using another Patrick Swayze remake.
Yeah.
Another Patrick Swayze remake as a fucking thing.
We will not.
I agree, Jesus.
We will never fucking besmirch the good name of Patrick Swayze ever. So if you're gonna fucking remake some Patrick Swayze shit, you better goddamn fucking be on point, dude. Like,
and honestly, the only actor I can see right now that can do anything near Patrick Swayze in any type of Patrick Swayze remake is going to be this Roadhouse remake, and that's with Gyllenhaal. Because Gyllenhaal actually,
that was not the actor I thought. That was not who I thought it was. I literally was thinking it was going to be like someone like Channing Tatum. You know, like that would have made a little bit more like Hollywood sense. If Jake Gyllenhaal's on board, I'm kind of like, what the fuck does this script look like? You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Jesus asked, name one movie that remade that was good. Ooh.
There's been several. 310 to Yuma.
310 to Yuma.
310 to Yuma remake was good.
Amazing. That was fucking amazing.
That's actually funny because for the Artificial Mind, we're doing short stories on the next episode, and I'm actually doing 310 to Yuma.
Shut the fuck up. Are you really? Dope. That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a few, but it's so rare. It's so rare.
Actually,
that
I didn't like True Grit.
You didn't like True Grit with
I didn't like True Grit.
The original or the update?
The update. I didn't like it.
Interesting. Yeah. But you did like 310 to Yuma.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting. Ooh, we need to talk about westerns.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. I enjoyed the True Grit remake.
I was gonna say, like, I was a big fan of it too, but
I probably need to watch it again and give it a chance again.
Yeah, everyone, dude. Evil Dead, complete fucking remake. That is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my fucking life. When they remade Evil Dead,
here's the thing.
Fuck, dude.
Here's the thing.
Like,
the Evil Dead remake still had fucking Bruce Campbell.
Dude, in the credits though, like it wasn't. No. I'm talking about fucking, like, was it 2016 or 2012, whatever? The update Evil Dead, like when it was like, dude, that was a gnarly ass fucking horror movie, dude. Like, and it was like, I'd argue that like that Evil Dead was like it's probably better than the fucking original.
Actually,
man. Like, that was a scary ass fucking.
Actually, I do have a movie. I do have one here.
When was it? When did it come out, Joe? Go ahead, John.
2013.
Okay, yeah, that one. It's a fucking scary ass fucking horror movie, dude. Like
the best remake movie I've ever seen is the movie Sleuth.
Okay.
And Michael Caine is in both of them.
Michael Caine
or Michael Caine?
What's going on, Big Grizz?
If you say Michael Caine, it sounds like Michael Caine would just be saying his name normally. Michael Caine.
Holy shit. My mind is blown.
Well, I mean,
right
honestly,
now.
I will say Michael Caine is one of the last greats of Hollywood.
Yeah. Flatliners was another remake. Flatliners was fucking dope.
Flatliners, dude. Which one? The one with fucking Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah, that one was fucking great.
That was like one of my childhood, like,
that was the first like out of genre movie I've ever watched when I was younger. And I remember my mom had the VHS and I was like, Flatliners, well, this sounds great.
It was,
and I put it in.
Dude, that movie, I've got like childhood memories of that fucking movie.
Flatliners, man. Damn,
Yeah,
we're gonna.
absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna watch
That's the fucking
Flatliners
movie.
this week.
Dude, I haven't seen that shit in like fucking 2+ decades. I should probably go back and watch it, dude. I haven't seen it.
They live.
I probably still know fucking that movie by heart, but like I haven't seen it in so long. It'd be kind of like interesting to go back and watch it with like fresh eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But see, at the same time, you know, we've had some good remakes, we've had some bad remakes, and then we have some movies that if they even announced a remake, and even if it was, you know, Hollywood's best and brightest and the biggest names in Hollywood that were in the fucking remake, there's movies out there that I wouldn't go watch the fucking remake just because.
I already do that.
Like,
yeah, like I already do that.
well, we know you do that, Jay, because you do that with a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah, I do not impress easy. I do not impress easy. And it's like, just because you're attaching X amount of star power, or you've got so-and-so to write a script, or whatever you're promising, dude, like I ain't fucking buying until I know it's I ain't buying until I know it's fucking worth it. You know what I mean? And that's usually not
exactly.
It's usually not an opening day. You know what I mean?
Like, honestly, any Clint Eastwood movies where Eastwood's not actually in it, if they were to remake any of those, I wouldn't go fucking watch them. Anything with John Wayne.
You give me a fucking El Torino without the man, you're getting fucked up.
They remade True Grit. You said you like that. That was John Wayne.
Well, True Grit was a exception to the fucking list. Well, and that wasn't I went and spent money to watch it. That was I waited till it hit fucking Netflix.
Before we get into our next segment, what do you think is the best Western that's ever come out?
Unforgiven. Easily.
Ooh.
That's mine. That's to this day that is probably my favorite movie of all time.
Squillini?
Unforgiven's my number one also.
No shit. Damn, I guess I'm the black sheep here.
It won fucking Best Picture for no. It's an opinion, and
yes, of course.
And yes, Unforgiven did win Best Picture that year. But like, if we're talking about like Westerns and like a movie that really paid homage to other Westerns whilst also being its own original thing, and it truly like wrapped up the Western era. Like that movie wrapped up what I would call like the Western era. All the Westerns that have come after fucking Unforgiven, like in the succeeding years, the last 30 years basically, have been post Unforgiven. You know what I mean? Like Unforgiven like was a definitive like line in the sand where like everything that came before it was leading up to it, and that was like the pinnacle. And everything that's come after has been not Unforgiven. You know what I mean? And it's one of those like, yeah, what we need to talk
I get
more.
It. My favorite, like for me, my favorite Western was the first one I ever watched, and it's actually what got me into film. It was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Great movie. Great
movie. You know, and that one I have like I remember first watching it, and I thought I want to make something like this, and you know, now we're here. You know, not making films, but in the realm of broadcast and film and television.
Absolutely.
You know, but The Good, Bad, and the Ugly was what inspired me to want to be more creative and stuff like that. Because it's such a good movie. But yeah,
oh, dude, Sergio Leone, dude, like fucking that whole trilogy. I remember there were UHF stations in Tucson where I grew up, and like on a certain Saturday or Sunday, they would literally play the entire Sergio Leone trilogy. They'd play, you know, Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more, and then like in the late afternoon going into the evening, they'd play fucking Good, Bad, and the Ugly. So like I had the whole afternoon to just watch the whole fucking trilogy play out. You know, the man, you know, Clint Eastwood is the man with no name. You know what I mean?
Actually like, the Pluto TV actually Pluto TV actually has a
Western.
They have a Western channel.
But
hey, so we have to move on. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
We have to move on.
We're nerding out.
So just real quick, I'm going to talk about Cop season 5. We're going to talk about Mandalorian, Last of Us, and we're going to do retro game of the week.
Fucking A. Let's do it. Let's
so right now, Cops season 1 through 5. I'm going to be real short about it. It is way different than what we see now. If you are familiar with what Cops first started off as, you could actually see the first 5 seasons on YouTube right now. The first episode itself, the pilot episode, is a documentary type.
Really?
And when you go in, you not only are you seeing the arrests, but you're seeing their home life too. And there's actually a scene where one of the police officers is fighting with his wife, like in the show. So they showed like a reality of what like a cop life was, and that was the original pitch of the show. And then they go on with the theme of a violent arrest, a car chase, and then something meaningful at the end. I even learned that during one of the seasons of Cops, one of the cameramen got shot and died.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're playing the long odds on following law enforcement around and being on scene with them and filming, like if we're playing long odds here, like that's gonna happen.
That risk.
It's gonna happen eventually. It's just gonna fucking happen eventually. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's kind of interesting.
Very unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
So it shows how different police are, how brutal they work. It is nonstop. I am going to say, give it a watch, educational purposes. It's actually, these first 5 seasons are actually quite interesting. Check it out. They're on YouTube, Cops 1 through 5. I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10.
No shit, really?
8 out of 10. Rawness, reality.
Okay.
But it doesn't get a 10 for me because you do see the reality of what some officers really were. Like there was in the first episode, there's a very prejudiced officer, very, very prejudiced officer.
And you can tell, and you could tell he was.
Oh, it's blatant. It's blatant. And he doesn't give a shit about it. And it goes to show the perspective of what some of these police officers were. The show portrayed them as a gang, whereas the show now portrays them as police officers.
Right.
So it's very, very interesting perspective watching it.
You actually piqued my curiosity a little bit. Go ahead, Joe.
I mean, the thing is, if you really want to look at it from a higher perspective, military, law enforcement, fire, EMS, organized fucking gangs. I don't care what you say. We all hang out with our very specific clique. We all do everything as a group. We all share, for the most part, the same fucking mindset. And that's the same thing as a fucking gang. Whether it's, criminalized or non-criminalized.
I was going to say, whether it's organized or not, that's basically
That's basically a fucking gang. So, I mean, and that's the big thing.
What's the word we use on the show all the time? Tribe?
Yep.
Tribe, yeah.
Everybody's in the same tribe, right? So if you join that particular tribe, you're probably going to become a member of that fucking tribe, right?
Well, see, and that's the other thing, with current events and stuff. When you look at police brutality and stuff like that, the cops that are more commonly when you're watching these videos getting in trouble for doing shit they technically shouldn't do as law enforcement officers, it's the cops that are older, that were trained by the old generation of police officers.
A specific generation too. Let's say that.
Yeah.
There is a specific generation where for some odd reason, and it follows too, with chomos, it happens that there's specific generations that are just generally pieces of shit.
Exactly. And that's the thing is, if you look back late 80s, early 90s was the last bit of the actual lawman. I'm coming in because you done fucked up. I'm going to bust skulls. Then after that, we got the shitheads that trained the current generation of officers that, yeah, they're shitheads, but they're still fucking police officers. They shouldn't be sometimes, but, differing opinions there. And now we're getting into the generation where the cops are more
mentally available,
politically correct.
They need to work on that still, in my opinion. That's just
they're getting there.
They have a long fucking way to go.
They're more politically correct. They're not 100% there yet.
Yeah, I don't even think they're 50% there yet, but we'll fucking see someday, right?
And next.
Yeah, let's move on. Please move on.
DD214 Gaming Podcast does not condone any type of violence.
Unless they fucking deserve it.
It's only when you see the color green. It's only when you see the color green and a couple stripes is when you start going crazy. But anyways, Last of Us season finale. Let's talk about it.
Oh boy, I got a couple of thoughts on this. I would like for the two of you to probably start because
God.
Like,
all right.
Whoa. I want to start this one.
Please
I
do.
Start this one.
Please do.
All right. Where's our spoiler alert warning?
I got it. It's right there.
Even
Spoilers ahead. We're
so,
discussing Last of Us and Mandalorian back to back. So spoiler alerts ahead.
Yep. So everything here going forward is going to be spoiler alerts. Motherfucker went fucking ham in that goddamn hospital. Holy shit. I'm sorry, but I need somebody to backtrack that entire fucking 5-minute segment with I need a hero. Just because that would be funny as fucking shit. Like him just running through one dude, doesn't have any weapons. He's being escorted out and he just starts killing motherfuckers. Like no regards for any human life whatsoever. His goal is I'm getting to Ellie before they fucking kill her. Mm-hmm. I'm killing you. Like he took fucking weapons. He stabbed a motherfucker 27 plus fucking times. He just... Dude took out a small fucking militia by himself.
You know what? It's not on YouTube. I'm gonna have to be the one to do it.
He fucking snapped.
Hey man, fucking! It just goes to show what fucking one motivated motherfucker can do, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I mean,
it was pretty much the same in the game, was it not? Was it not? Like that was pretty much like in essence, like towards the end of the game, like there was a level like that where you basically had to fight your way to Ellie. Yes.
It was interesting seeing it live action. I will still say Pedro Pascal is fucking amazing.
Not going to hear any argument with me on that one.
He is the only reason why that, in my opinion, he's the only reason why that show's done as well as it can, because him as Joel was spot on fucking casting.
He sells it. He fucking sells it.
Exactly. But the same with him as fucking Mando. Like he sells it.
He sells it. That's yes.
Yes,
absolutely. Pretty much everything he's been in for the last 5 or 10 years, he sells.
Well, that's I haven't watched a fucking Nicolas Cage movie I liked in a fucking long time. But that one with him and Pascal.
That was
the unbearable weight of whatever fucking goddamn knows the long ass movie title. That movie was fucking good.
Right.
And really what saved that movie was Pedro.
That's a 9 out of 10 straight up. That movie was a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, and the amount of fucking memes that came from that fucking movie are fucking great. And
fucking fire, dude.
I've got a little bit of an insight from an interview that Pedro did when they were doing that movie. So there's these things called mermaid pillows where it's like a sequin pillow where if you rub it one way, it shows something. If you rub it the other way, it shows something different. And they were
exactly what you're
mermaid pillows. They were mermaid pillows of fucking Nicolas Cage's face that they were giving out to all the cast members. Pedro said, we're not going to show Nick this yet. Puts it into a fucking scene just to fuck with Nicolas Cage.
And they improv'd it.
Mm-hmm.
And they improv'd it. One of the
funniest things. Because Nick Cage walks up, rubs it one way to get his face off the fucking pillow, and Pedro walks back and fucking rubs it the other. But out of this last episode of Last of Us, it was good. My one big pain point is up until the show came out, they kept saying we're not going to follow the game. We're going to loosely base this off of the games. And then we got the fucking games, the first game in a fucking 9-episode fucking TV show.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they fucking did.
Is
Yeah,
this a
they
segue to what I'm about to say? Because I'm about
yeah,
to say some shit right now.
I was gonna say they changed a couple of the details, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they
it
tweaked some
absolutely
things. They
followed.
added extra characters in.
It 100% followed the fucking plot points of the fucking game. 100%.
But yeah,
100%. Go ahead,
I
John.
mean, but see, that's the thing. That's what kind of made it a good show was even though they tweaked things, they kept the plot the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, functionally they did. Freaking, I can see John just freaking waiting, chomping at the bit. Fucking get
Your
some,
turn, John.
The
Fucking get some, John. Fucking here comes John.
I've been very open about how good this show is.
Absolutely.
But I'm also going to be very open right now. I'm going to be giving The Last of Us a 6 out of 10.
Damn.
Because
damn.
because one, I don't like being fucking tricked. I don't fucking like being lied to. And I don't like being fucking played stupid either. Okay?
What happened?
I do not appreciate the fact that if you're going to adapt something into a film, we are so used to them changing things all the time, right?
Yeah.
People get fucking mad. I like the changes. I do not want to see something that I've already watched on YouTube 10 or 15 times for fucking research. Yeah, couple changes. Bill's dead, right? Okay.
They went to Kansas City and they went through Kansas City instead of Pittsburgh. Right?
Yeah.
Like that was like little shit
Just
like
little
that.
shit. But if you're openly saying, no, we're not following the game, don't follow the fucking game then. Kill Ellie. Fuck it. You want to do something different? But now you're just following the game now. Now, it's been also said that the Last of Us producers for Last of Us 3, which hasn't even been announced yet, he's saying that they're going to take elements from the TV show and put it in Last of Us 3.
So it's like life imitates art as art imitates life, basically.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that. See, I would be inclined to probably almost be on the exact opposite side of that coin, where like this impressed me because they actually went closer to the source material. I'm not a fan of the, I know why they lie like that, and it's to throw people off, and it's to keep people away from fucking spoiling it before the shit comes out. And I get that we live in a world now where it's very hard to keep shit under wraps. It's very hard to keep very hard to keep things under wraps. I'm also not a fan of the lying. I actually did like that they stayed closer to the game, because it's like you remember when Sin City came out, like the first Sin City movie, man,
which I fucking hated, bro.
Dude, they nailed that motherfucker, and it was because they almost went like shot for shot, like
they stayed to the source material. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Watchmen, except for the ending. Like Watchmen,
I was about to fucking say that.
Yeah, it's like fucking surprise, everybody fucking loved it. You know what I mean? Like surprise, because you fucking stuck close to the goddamn source material. Like I'm the exact opposite. I fucking like what Dark Tower movie? What fucking Dark Tower movie? You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even fucking try. It's shit like that where it's just like I've seen it ruined so many times when you try to change the source material into what you like half-ass want it to be. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? I don't do this shit. I'm not a fucking actor. I'm not a fucking director. I'm not a screenwriter. But I'll tell you what, it's real easy to see from like a mile away from me what I do and don't like, because these motherfuckers project it like, ominously, like years ahead of time. Last of Us, for me, I am still gushing over it. The last 2 episodes, I'm going to say, were a little bit of a letdown. I am still
interesting.
I'm still gushing. Okay, pussy is still fucking wet over here. Okay, like, all right, the Amazon is definitely fucking flowing. It was a great fucking series, great fucking season. Okay, at least 2 of those episodes are some of the most compelling television I've watched in fucking years.
Absolutely.
At least 2 of the episodes.
And they were, and I bet you they were both the flashback episodes.
Well, it was, and here's the thing. Great fucking TV. I was let down by the last two. I literally thought episodes 8 and 9 was just going to take us on some kind of like a fucking crazy emotional roller coaster. Kind of did, but not nearly to the extent I thought they were going to push it. And maybe that's for the better. I don't know. Like, I did see again, and this harkens back to what Joe was talking about. Like, when fucking Joel goes fucking ape shit in the hospital, it's fucking beautiful, dude. It was like a work of art. It was like a fucking It was like a PTSD fucking work of art. That man performed fucking brain surgery on a brain surgeon, right?
Literally.
Can I add in too?
But he still made tactical errors, fucking like in the same episode. Like that's how they ended up in there. And it was like they were just sitting there like going willy nilly, walking just like everything's fucking okay in the middle of the fucking day. You know, like they're not going to be seen from a mile away. Go ahead, Joe or John. Sorry.
What was interesting too? Shit. I completely forgot because I was reading.
I apologize. I didn't mean to take your.
No, it wasn't you. It was Ace. It was Crazy Ace TV.
Oh. What happened?
No, Facebook's been tweaking all day apparently.
Oh. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. So yeah, fucking Last of Us. It was.
What was I gonna say?
For a fucking season, you gave it a 6. I'm gonna give it like a very absolutely solid, probably 8.5. I very rarely see TV series that not only keep me into it like through the entire first season, but it stays compelling enough. Like when we talk about Mando fucking here in a second, dude, like I got fucking like I'm gonna be like on John's fucking end with this fucking last episode of Mando, dude. Like, so go ahead, Joe.
So I mean, I will agree 8.5 out of 10 for me also with Last of Us, and that's because it kept me intrigued. It kept me wanting to come back for more.
Yep.
I hate the fucking fact that I don't have it tonight. Like that was my Sunday night ritual. Was
have nothing now.
9:05 hits. I fucking go to HBO Max. I pull up fucking Last of Us. Me and the missus watch Last of Us, and then we go to fucking bed. And tonight, I've got to find something else to fill that fucking void.
There's no football. There's no fucking
no
Last
football.
of Us.
No Last of Us. There's just
6.
jack shit to fucking watch.
You can watch that. What's that show about the fucking rich assholes in the South? Like with the Murdaugh murders or whatever. That's on fucking Netflix right
Already
now. Right?
watched that shit.
Was it worth a shit?
For me, it wasn't. The missus wanted to watch it, so.
I'm going along, sir.
Well, yeah, there is the XFL, but
He says, well, Crazy Ace also says, I think if we had those zombie things for all the episodes, it would have been boring. And I think that was another thing that they did right with the show, is that not every episode was focused on the zombies.
Yep, that's right.
yeah, they didn't oversaturate it.
No. And it wasn't like the zombies were a fucking threat. There was like it was like an omnipresent threat, but you also knew like
The bigger threat
threat
throughout the show was other humans,
other people,
other tribes, other groups,
which was also a theme of which was a theme of the video game. That was also a theme of the video game.
And lest we forget as well that another reason why I brought it down to 6 is because of lack of character development for specific characters that we were introduced to and killed off an episode after.
Wow.
I think that's another thing. But it was a great production. I'm not going to take away from that. Every actor and actress did a great job.
Are you going to watch season 2?
I am going to watch season 2. In fact, Last of Us is coming on PC. I'm going to be purchasing it.
See, I was going to say
I already pre-purchased it.
Yeah.
If I gave anything less than a 7, I probably wouldn't watch the second season. So like you're a little bit braver. You're a little bit braver in that regard than I am, because like.
And here's my thing. So yeah, we got those 2 new characters that were played by voice actors from the game that were killed off within 2 episodes, and there wasn't much character development. Yes, however, those two, and then like Tessa's character development wasn't a big killer to justify dropping it below an 8.5 for me.
I understand.
That character development, yeah, it would have been nice to see them a little bit more.
Well,
But here's the thing:
We
by
want
them
more
doing
Perry.
that,
we've seen. I was
by
going to say.
them killing off Perry and killing off Tess and stuff like that, it does open the door for potential spin-off series.
That's what I was.
It opens
just
the
gonna
door
say.
for
Like,
them to say, okay, we're going to do a spin-off series of Perry and his military days going into the apocalypse,
Yeah.
or we're going to do a spin-off show
About
dedicated
Kathleen.
to Tess
Or
about Kathleen and stuff like that, where, if they didn't just, introduce us to these fucking characters that, the little bit that we did see of them was fucking amazing. If they kept them through the show and developed their characters a little bit more, it would have ruined some of the potential for spinoffs. Because now they have an entire market of people that are like, oh, I wish we had more backstory on Perry or more backstory on Kathleen. And, if the fans say, hey, we want to see something more with those two actors, with those two characters, now the studio can go back and say, okay, well, let's develop a spinoff show.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be, it leaves the door open.
Exactly.
Doors open.
And speaking of spinoffs, let's talk about The Mandalorian.
Here we go.
Because spinoffs just seems to be getting birthed off the ass from The Mandalorian.
Seriously.
Let's talk about the
episode 3, I believe.
Jay watches Picard. Ace.
3.
Yeah, so we're on episode 3. We're just gonna go through the shit that no one wants to talk about. The Doctor. Doctor came from episode 1.
Scientist, not a doctor.
In some countries, the same, one and the same. So a guy comes in. We know who he is. He joins the Republic. Sees one of the we're in a camp for stormtroopers. Yeah, for stormtroopers coming into the New Republic and agents and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. That's interesting.
It's on Coruscant. It's on like the home world, the home planet,
Coruscant.
The big city.
Coruscant is actually the New York City of the Star Wars galaxy.
Yeah,
and it is. Yep. It was so nice to go back to Coruscant since Attack of the Clones,
sure,
and see the beauty of it. And now I have to say, there was a lot of what's that? Man, it's Strobridge. If you're still in here, what's it called? That old New York style Art Deco,
Gothic Art Deco.
Yeah,
postmodern.
Yeah, and what was I talking? Oh yeah, wait, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah. So that's what Coruscant looks like. A lot of the robots look like that. It really, really cool. But the story itself wasn't progressive for whatever reason, right? There was no reason to bring in this. I mean, we're obviously going to see more of this one character, the female character. I can't remember her name.
This has been the most forgetful fucking episode I have ever seen on The Mandalorian, dude. Like, I literally fell asleep, didn't finish it. Still, I'm not even gonna go back and watch it. I'm just gonna go to episode 4 next week and pretend fucking this week. I don't give a fuck, dude. They always give the fucking recap in the fucking beginning, anyways. They wasted so much goddamn time on this fucking loser from the fucking Empire, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck that episode was supposed to be about, dude. It's stupid. That was the dumbest fucking episode, dude.
Here's the way I look at this episode. I look at this episode as they were trying to show that the Republic was
that people are defecting.
Well, no, that it was no better than the actual Empire because you've got these re-education camps. You've got these, people who have defected, and then if they don't fall in line with what the Republic wants, then they torture them in a sense, or erase their memories and do these things that, you would expect out of the Empire, but not the Republic.
On top of that, the whole
it was definitely a filler episode.
Dude, the whole we don't use Imperial technology. Like, how fucking stupid are you? Like, really? We're just because it was Imperial, you're not going to use the fucking technology? Like,
Exactly.
It's one of those like I'm saying, like, as a Star Wars fan to an extent, that episode made no sense in any of the timelines.
Now the Rebels, the Rebels have no issue using Imperial technology.
Before Disney came in, during the whole era of like episode 1 through 3, everything since after the Disney takeover, in no fucking Star Wars timeline I've ever seen have I ever heard of the Rebels like not using Imperial technology. Dude.
And there's a comment. There's a comment there from Nikki Larson. It's supposed to set up for Admiral Thrawn since he's a clone. We're not gonna fucking see him until fucking Ahsoka comes out.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if they wanted to introduce this eugenics cloner, like build the best soldier out of genetic parts, doctor. That that would have been like something to slide in like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Show ends. We just get like a glimpse of this guy. They made the whole fucking episode about him. I literally fell asleep. I did not make it to the credits. Like I didn't. Fucking,
the best parts of the episode was the dog fighting at the beginning.
Thank you. Yep.
That was so dope.
And then the ending of the episode when Din and Bo-Katan make it back to the radicalist Mandalorians and get instated back into that sect because they both bathed in the living waters and hadn't taken their helmets off since.
And the armor was like, bitch, did you bathe in the waters or not?
I'm like, dude, I'm getting scared they're about to jump the shark, dude. Like I meant to Bo-Katan's like house getting bombed. You live in the same sector as Mandalore. You live in the same sector as Mandalore. You're like allegedly the most powerful, like, Mandalorian outside of like the radicalists, right? And you ain't got no air defense, like guarding your home, dude. Like you're a Mandalorian. They did everything except jump the fucking shark in this episode. What fucking Mandalorian leaves themselves exposed like that? Their home exposed like that.
They really did that to set up.
This whole episode was fucking garbage. Fuck Disney. Fuck, like that was such a terrible fucking from fucking like start to finish. That was such a garbage fucking episode, dude. Like they got like this Wednesday, dude. I'm watching this Wednesday, like when it fucking drops, and I'm waiting. Dude,
really. Here's my thing. Yes,
I agree. Use Imperial technology. We don't use Imperial tech since fucking whenever in Star Wars, ever. Like literally ever. First time I've ever fucking heard that. We don't fucking share technology. We don't use their technology. Bull fucking shit. Says every fucking other Star Wars movie and show and fucking cartoon fucking ever since the 70s. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Disney.
So
bitch.
I agree. Bo-Katan not having her palace guarded by some kind of air defense is a giant plot hole. However, at the same time,
she got nobody.
I can see where they're going with this. They're trying to give a little bit more story to Bo by her palace is blown up. She has nowhere else to go. She has to stay with this radicalist sect of Mandalorians because she doesn't have anybody anymore. Her followers, when she didn't get the dark saber from fucking
Mando?
No, not Mando. What's his face?
What, the fucking Empire guy that Mando?
Here's the thing. Bo-Katan was first gifted the Darksaber by Sabine Wren. That's a big thing. So why didn't she accept it as a
gift from fucking Mando?
If she could accept it from Sabine Wren, who I believe we're going to see soon.
They're painting themselves. I'm telling you right now. I've seen it a million times. They're painting themselves into a corner right now.
Yeah, Nikki Larson's right. In the books, in the extended universe, the New Republic does use Imperial destroyers. Now,
fucking thank you. That's my baby right there. She knows through Star Wars way better than I do.
I'm going to agree with you there. I have a feeling what they're doing is they're building Bo-Katan up to potentially do. And I'm going to go a little bit more on what Crazy said.
You guys are forgetting one thing.
They're building Bo-Katan up to do a spinoff show. I guarantee it.
Yes.
We're gonna get a Bo-Katan show like we did fucking Boba Fett, like we did Obi-Wan, like we're getting fucking Ahsoka.
Yeah, no, man, you guys,
What?
you guys are forgetting something. You guys are forgetting. You guys are completely forgetting something that
What?
you guys didn't even talk about once.
Which one?
Her selfishness about not telling anyone that the Mythosaur is alive.
I missed that through the fucking like just dog shit fucking
While you were
crap I was
He
dreaming.
missed that because he
wading
was
through,
sleeping.
dude. I didn't fucking make it, dude. Like this episode literally like, goddamn, did that like fall off a fucking cliff? This is the single worst episode of The Mandalorian through fucking 2 full seasons, and we're now in the 3rd episode of the fucking 3rd season.
However,
That fell off
this
a fucking
episode,
cliff.
I'm just
That-
gonna
this
say this.
episode,
Terrible fucking episode. I'm giving it less than a fucking 2. Like I'm not even gonna fucking try to rewatch it. I swear to God, I'm going into Wednesday fucking blind because like fuck that episode, dude. That
So-
was a terrible episode. Horrible.
the build up for me to them getting back to this the radicalist Mandalorians alone is making me give this episode a fucking 3, higher than a 2. The rest of the
Barely.
story, the
Still can't
rest
make
of the fucking
penetration.
story, the rest of the story was complete fucking bullshit. I didn't need a fucking, 35, 40 fucking minute episode about a fucking defected fucking
Fucking thank you, dude.
scientist from the fucking Galactic Empire.
What's the name of the TV show again we're talking about? What's the name?
Mandalorian.
Is it Galactic Empire fucking Science Geek or fucking The Mandalorian?
It
Like
should
that,
just be
like,
guy
it
in
was
helmet
dog
protects
shit.
baby Yoda.
That was a fucking bullshit. Like that. Like fuck Disney. Fuck Mickey Mouse. Fuck Minnie. Goofy's probably fucking Minnie on the side, anyways, dude. Like fuck Disney, dude. Like
Yeah.
you guys are seriously fucking up Star Wars. How in the finger fuck did that episode even get?
Why
fucking
did
made?
Mickey divorce Minnie? Because she was
It's
fucking goofy.
dude. How dude, since fucking when do we not use Imperial technology? Star Wars. Fucking anybody challenge me on this. Since fucking when?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Disney, dude. Fucking, I see what you're doing, and you're fucking wrong. You corporate fucks, dude. Fuck
And
you.
now we're about to go into the retro game of the week. Man, we're fucking going over time. Shit.
No, we're not.
Um,
No,
are you
we're
in a rush
not.
for? What are you in a rush for, John? You're always in a rush, dude. You
yeah,
gotta
because I
chill,
got
bro.
because I got shit to do.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I got a lot of shit to do. I have lumber shit to do. Retro game of the week.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? It's Gonzo. You know what time it is. It's time for that retro game of the week. Hi, guys, and welcome to this week's special edition of your retro game of the week. So I say special edition because it's my birthday today. So I'm celebrating my 39th birthday, and I figured I'd bring in one retro game that'd mean a little bit more to me than the rest. Has a special, I guess you could say, a special meaning to my heart, only because the friend that I borrowed it from, he was killed in 2011, and his birthday was actually 2 weeks ago on March 6th. So this game I borrowed from him all the time. It's my favorite version of this game, and yeah, let's get right into it. Mega Man 5. Oh, probably happened. What happened to the first 4? Well, I explained to them in the beginning. Started with 5 because it was my friend Victor's. I borrowed it from him, and actually it's the first one that I played. It came out in 1992. I probably played it around that time-ish, or maybe the year after. My favorite Mega Man, probably because it's my first one. It's the first one I played, the first one I beat. It has 8 robots that you got to go through, just like any other. If you played any other of the Mega Man series, your Mega Man, Dr. Light is the guy that powers you up, that helps you up. You go and you fight these other robots that were, I guess, reprogrammed to be bad by Dr. Wily. So you run through them. When you beat them, you kind of absorb their power. Now you get a weapon of theirs or something that is one of their attributes. listen, if you watch the 100 episode, there's no edits, there's no retakes. We're going straight through. Ain't no money for that. We get the raw deal of what it is. So you get the attributes of the enemy robots, and you use them to progress in the game. There's two specific robots that I'm going to show here that I like playing a lot. Gravity Man was my favorite one to battle, and so was Rockman. But this game right here, like I said, holds dear to my heart. I haven't played it since probably the early 90s, since it came out. When I played it as a kid, Nintendo, I might have gone back maybe mid 90s to play it again, but then my friend moved away to Florida. I didn't hear from him ever again, actually. It wasn't until 2018 that I went on Facebook kind of like looking for people, and then I just saw like memorials and stuff, and I'm like, damn, it's a shame. It's a shame that I missed out on reconnecting with my friend. Victor, I miss you, man, and I'll see you soon in whichever afterlife there is after this. But in the meantime, I'm going to celebrate you because you are one of my closest friends. Every birthday, I'm going to, I guess, make a playlist where we play you, but this is going to start the list. To record the stuff that you're going to probably see here on the little side, the picture-in-picture. Let me tell you, man, from not playing it for like about 20 plus years, almost 30 years, I was getting reamed by these robots, and through the levels and the difficulty, I probably not going to be able to show you Proto Man, which is Mega Man's brother, which is one of the guys you kind of go and fight, or Dr. Wily, because no, man, it's a lot harder than it was as a kid, probably because I haven't played it for so long. But this is your retro game of the week. You got emulators, you got on the phone, you can download it. You got probably on the Nintendo Switch network. It might be there. I'm not too sure. I'm not really a big head on that. But if you get a Nintendo, get it. I probably wouldn't say get this game. This game is running around $150, probably $130, $170. Like, it's pricey. Why? I don't know. The market just went crazy like that. But hope you enjoy this week's retro game of the week. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, DD214 Gaming. Also, too, on Gonzogon Gaming on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this last clip. It's me trying to give the blaster to Rockman. All right, guys. Peace.
Fantastic.
Hey.
First off, I want to say again, I don't like being tricked or lied to. I thought the game of the retro game of the week was going to be Mortal Kombat 2 when I saw him playing
Right?
on the arcade, and I'm like, oh shit, we're doing Mortal Kombat, and then all of a sudden it's Mega Man.
Yeah,
Which-
dude. I was like, I was kind of a happy memory for me. One of the first games I actually played all the way through and beat was Mega Man 2. It wasn't 5, but it was
No
2.
shit.
And like,
So-
freaking, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
No. You finish your thought process there.
I got kind of excited. I got kind of excited about it. I was in John's boat where I was in John's boat where he was playing Mega Man at first, or not? Excuse me, Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be him like playing the shit out of Mortal Kombat 2. And then seeing Mega Man kind of like took me way fucking back, like way fucking back.
Exactly.
Elementary school back.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so that
Like-
kind of, that's one of the things I forgot to touch on during my weekend review. At the mall we went to yesterday, a new like retro video game store opened up recently
They just
called
did-
Video Game World.
they just did that in our fucking mall
No
too.
And
shit.
went in there. The employee that was working yesterday, I'm looking at like the display cases where the register's at, and they had the gold cartridge Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time from the 64. He said he's been there since they opened. The cartridge has sat there. $100 for this fucking game.
Why would you not spend? Motherfuckers spend like more than that on a goddamn. Why didn't you get it? What are you doing, Joe? What's wrong? Fuck is wrong with you, Joe?
So I'm going back on fucking Thursday when I get paid to pick it up. I have to wait for fucking payday, unfortunately.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
But I'm going to go. I don't have a fucking 64 to play the fucker.
Don't need to. Nope. Just get it.
But I'm going to buy the fucking cartridge. If they still have it, I will go pick it up because that's one of my earliest like retro gaming memories outside of playing the NES and Super NES because we had them as family consoles. My first, like, it was my console. I didn't have to share it with the fucking family, was a 64. First game I got for it was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with the fucking gold cartridge.
It will be mine. Oh, yes. It will be mine.
It's almost like the fucking One Ring for me. Like, that's my precious right there. And I'm gonna go fucking back and I'm gonna pick it up.
Fucking A. Get it, Joe.
I'm sorry, it's worth every penny for that fucking cartridge because it was a limited run. When the game first came out, I think it was like the first
Bro,
like 1,000 copies of it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love you, but I'm actually kind of shocked. Like, we're not hearing that you literally just bought it on the spot. Like, I'm surprised that was not a. I'm surprised it wasn't like a fucking register fucking decision for you, where you were just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it.
If the fiance wasn't standing right there, I would have taken it out of my fucking rent money for next month, which is all I have in my bank account right now over to the side. I would have pulled the 100 and just fucking replaced it when I got paid.
I know, no. Responsibility.
Being a responsible fucking adult.
Who wants to do that anymore? Fuck
Seriously, dude. Like,
because they had that, and then they also had a mint in box version of Super Metroid from the Super NES.
Oh shit.
And the mint in box version of Super Metroid was $170. And I did the math yesterday while I was standing there, and I'll be able to go into that store and buy both when I get my fucking paycheck.
Okay, yeah, fucking A.
So
fucking A. I can't argue with you, dude. I'm just like, I'm surprised. Like no shit. Like, yeah. Deshaun Meyer says it best. Being an adult is bullshit, dude. Like I'm fucking telling you, dude. Like last time I checked, dude. Like I fucking got shat into this fucking world, like screaming and bathed in blood. I didn't fucking bring anything with me. You know what I mean? And we're like in the middle of this like fucking rat race. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not taking anything with me on the way out either. So like, what exactly are the priorities here? You know what I mean?
What's funny though? Go ahead.
And that's kind of why, every pay period I have a certain amount budgeted towards games and whatever I fucking want to do with my own fucking money that I work fucking 40 hours a week to get.
Sure.
Because I'm not going to be able to bring the money with me when I leave this world. So, I have a savings account, which is, emergency funds, need new tires on the car, need this done, need that done, maintenance type of shit for vehicles or whatever emergency might pop up.
Sure.
Outside of that, the rest of my paycheck, once bills are paid, are mine to do what the fuck I want with because I can't take the shit when I leave. So I might as well have fun with it while I'm here.
Thank you. I yes, like all the yes, dude. Like and
it drives the fiance crazy because she's like, you spend too much money on shit for the office and too much money on video games and too much money on this, and it's like, yeah, but I'm not going to be able to bring the money with me. I might as well enjoy the money I make while I'm
You know
still
what's
able to
funny
make it.
too? How we grow up thinking that we're gonna have all these freedoms, yet we're still asking for our freedoms by the time we're this age.
Listen,
Mm.
Deshaun, leave my fucking relic
Hashtag-
of a damn
hashtag-
security
hashtag
system
deep thoughts
alone.
Look,
John.
before we get to our next segment, we do need to talk about this. This is serious.
Oh,
Are you
boy.
going to do anything about that fucking door? Open it. Open it.
You probably won't be able to hear it on the fucking mic here. Hold on. Let me give me a second. I don't think you're gonna be able to hear it.
Deep thoughts. We need you hear that?
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, you need to.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I listen. What's wrong with what's
You
up
don't hear
with
the door?
What's wrong with this fucking door this time?
Bro, you need some WD-4. You need like what did Deshaun say? WD-80 on that shit?
So when we had a team meeting for DD214. Was it last week or the week before?
I think that was like a week before.
It was the
2
week
weeks
before.
ago.
So about 2 weeks ago now, and I was on my phone because I just got off work, so I went into Discord my phone, had my AirPods in, walked out of my office, walked back in, and Deshaun was like, "What the fuck is that?" And the door on my office, the motherfucker screeches like a goddamn banshee. And for being the tech guy, I jokingly was like, "Oh, that's my built-in security system. Somebody breaks in, if they make it to the office door, I'm gonna know they're opening that fucking door." And Deshaun has pretty much been telling me I need WD like 130 ever since to fucking fix the squeaking of the door.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean that's you're gonna hear. And then that's the end of that.
I can dig it.
So our next quick segment I got for you guys, we have don't refresh on me, motherfucker.
Yeah, don't refresh on me. Who the fuck?
I got-
refreshing on me?
I have some military funny military acronyms for you guys.
Okay, fucking A.
Some of them you'll know, maybe some of them you don't. We're gonna see.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
But this is educational. This is not like a game for you guys. This is just to see. So we have 20. FUBAR
Fucked up beyond all repair.
or recognition.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, either or.
Pick your R word, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, snafu.
Situation normal, all fucked up.
There you go. Your favorite one, bohica.
Bend over, here it comes again.
Yes, it is. Tarfu.
Something would be fucked up. That one I'm not as familiar with. I know the last two are
Yeah,
fucked up. I know the last two is gonna be fucked up. So
Things are really fucked up.
okay. It makes sense. Never heard that one personally, but that makes sense.
Yeah, Fido.
Oh, first in, god damn it. Oh fuck, it's escaping me.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Fuck it, drive on.
Fuck it, drive on. That's right.
Oh wait, Crazy Ace do one. Dick, a dedicated individual combat killer.
Love it. Fucking
love
giant
that one.
fucking flaming
Thank
dick
you.
right here, dude.
Thank you, Crazy Ace, for that one. Swag.
Not familiar.
Scientific wild ass guess.
That sounds like a fucking. That sounds like a fucking acronym made up by officers. I shit you not. Like that's a dead ass. That's a ringer for fucking like officers.
Crazy Ace puts fire direction officer too for Fido. This one is obviously an easy one.
Dude, Crazy Ace. That's probably what I was thinking. Like when I was like doing Fido, I was like, oh, I saw that acronym like a million times, but that was probably when I was in the infantry. And
now,
like,
if you don't know this one, you're gonna get blocked on the show. All right, AWOL.
Absent without leave.
Yeah,
too easy.
I get called this a lot. A pog.
You mean a pogue? You mean a
Pogue.
fucking pogue?
A pogue.
Goddamn pogue.
Personnel other than grunts.
Yeah.
Fucking pogues.
Here comes my favorite one. Jody.
Dude, fuck Jody, dude. Fuck Jody. Fuck
Does
Jody.
it-
I don't-
No, Jody fucked your girl. That's the problem.
That's
I mean, that's
you know
what-
what's
that's what-
funny?
that's
If
what
you
Jody
watch,
does.
if there's a TV show called Shameless, and there's a character, a male character named Jody,
Uh-huh.
and Jody takes someone's spouse in the show.
That's,
yeah.
dude, that's literally like it's Jody, dude. It's fucking Jody. Like,
A po-
like you
a
will be
po-
you will be victimized at least once in your fucking military service by Jody.
A
Like,
pogue messed up being called a pogue.
John can't even fucking get Pogue right because he's
I
such a
can't.
fucking Pogue. Like,
But
it's
listen,
okay.
I was born in 1988.
You fucking
I thought
bobbit.
Pog. Yeah. All right, next one. MRE.
Meal ready to
You're
eat.
ready to eat.
Meals rejected by everyone.
Fair enough. That too.
Or
that
that.
one too.
REMF.
Rear echelon motherfucker. That's a Vietnam era term.
Who
Mhm.
you've heard this one in video games, the FNG.
Fucking new guy.
This is a new one to me. PEBCAC.
Spell
Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
it. Damn, dude.
Holy
That's actually
shit.
an IT
That means-
term, also.
Basically saying operator error. That's a
Yeah.
fucking
So
real- that's
PEBCAC
asshole-
errors
that's a real asshole way.
in the IT field, when we have a say end user contact IT about a problem, and the problem auto fixes itself the second they get somebody from IT on the phone, we call that a PEBCAC error.
That is funny.
fucking
I'm glad you knew
goddamn-
that.
yeah, basically like operator fucking error, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's like
Mhm.
it's a real dickhead. Like it's a real dickhead like email way of saying
Probably
I got
exists.
one
fucking suck.
ID
you
10T.
fucking suck. wait, no, wait. Going back to what was the retro game of the week, and we thought he was gonna do Mortal Kombat 2. Remember Shao Kahn? You suck. You suck. You know,
You
like
suck.
that's the fucking IT version of fucking you suck.
Yep.
know,
Next one is TAD. TAD.
Nah, I got nothing on that one.
Temporary additional duty.
Didn't use it. Yeah, not too familiar with that one.
Yeah. COB. COB.
That's COB.
Yeah.
Close of business.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Close of
Yes,
business.
it is. GI.
General infantryman.
That too. I also have here government issued.
That would be yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Probably one of our favorite ones. POS.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Piece
Yep.
of fucking shit. You're. Ooh.
Yeah. A great one. RTFM.
RTFM. RTFM.
Release the fucking missile. I don't fucking know.
That's
That
a-
just
that's
was
a
the
good
one that I
one.
was going with.
I don't think I'm not. I don't think it rang a bell, but I don't think my bell is correct because like I'm not landing on anything. What is it,
Right.
John? What is it? RTFM.
Read the fucking manual.
Read the manual. Okay.
Yeah.
That, I never heard. Yeah, that one. Okay.
And WAG.
I got nothing on that one.
A
Yeah, I don't
wild,
either.
a wild ass guess. Now I have one here. It is the longest military acronym.
Oh God.
ADACG.
ADACG.
It is the longest acronym in the military. It stands for Automated Deep Analysis of Cyber Attacks and Generated Events.
Huh. That's kind of it's a nice little like Jeopardy freaking.
Yeah,
Dude, do you know what my favorite acronym was? FITFO.
FITFO. That which Nikki Larson wrote here, and then there's Fifi. So what's FITFO?
Figure it the fuck out. Figure it
We-
the fuck out.
we also
That's
have,
like
like-
that was
we also-
big. That was really big in the infantry. Like
Yeah.
when I was on the line in the infantry, like fucking FITFO, dude. Like
Yeah.
when you have like nothing, you have like no
Mhm.
information. You're not getting, everything is sideways, and it's just like FITFO. Just fucking figure it the fuck out. Like,
Yep.
and that's basically yeah. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
And but yeah, that's used by that is used by the Air Force right there. What's actually really cool, I'm sure that there's 100 more acronyms that we'll touch into. But real quick, guys, do you guys, before we get to our final thought and news, well, actually, the only news we have is that Starfield finally has a release date. It finally has a release date. That release date is September 6th, 2023. So
until they delay it again.
Until they delay it again. So,
I mean, if they release a finished game, I'm like, are we really going to talk shit? Probably not.
Absolutely.
You know,
but we have a little surprise for you guys. We're going to spin a fucking wheel to determine what's going to be the next episode of DD214 Gaming. Now, what we have here, we have some subjects
The
here.
wheel of topics.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
so
boy.
we have origin stories, who we are, what we did, a game of the hot seat, a game of I Dissent,
oh boy,
Cards Against Humanity Live, which, by the way, come Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, we're going to have a video, which was absolutely fun, where there's a ton of shit talking, a ton of Hitler cards, and
Jesus Christ, like that come
micro
up
penises,
way too
Yeah.
fucking much. Like, yeah, there was way
mega
too much.
clits.
God damn, dude.
yeah,
That
and we
game
got
was ridiculous, dude. That game is fucking ridiculous.
you know, and we had a good time. And come join us again. Are we doing it tomorrow?
we might have to, according to everybody's schedules. Like, we
Yeah,
might
so-
have to do. It might have to be in about 24 hours. Like, no
So
shit.
we're gonna put an
So-
announcement later on today when we have an official time. We're going to play Red Flags. Who's gonna get in trouble? Who's gonna get divorced? And who's gonna be in the doghouse tomorrow night after playing
The
this?
spouses are all invited to this one. Everybody,
they are.
bring your spouses.
Yeah, this is gonna be fucked up. All right, are we ready to spin the wheel?
Not sure if
Yeah.
I'm ready for my spouse to meet you two.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Don't be karaoke. Don't be karaoke. Keep fucking going. Thank God.
Our next episode next week, we will be doing origin stories.
Oh shit.
We're gonna have to make it a little longer. Fuck it. We'll make
we're
next week a little longer.
Next week's episode might be right there at about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Because we spoke about this. There's a lot. You know, we've been doing this a while. It was so close, Ace. You have no idea how much I want to do karaoke. I want to do karaoke too. I already know what song I'm gonna do.
That's fucking
I already, you know.
John sings It's Raining Men next week on karaoke with DD214.
God damn it! I was actually gonna choose that one. I was gonna wear my uniform and everything. But yeah, join us next week for that. Again, guys, it was listen. If it comes in a popsicle stick in a cherry flavored, I'm the guy. All right, I'm the guy. All right. So, guys, thank you so much. Now, Jay, you want to take the final thought today, brother?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I appreciate that, and thank you. Thank you. And yeah, it's been another dude. We're having fun, and that's kind of what we do here. And so for today's final thought, I just wanted to. I had something come up this week. I go to in my real life. I go to a veterans group about once a week. I try to make it every week. You know, sometimes I miss, you know, here and there, but my goal is to make it every week. And something came up in the meeting this week as I was talking with some of these other veterans that I hadn't really thought about, and it really kind of it kind of sparked something in my imagination, my thought process. I happen to mention that, you know, nothing has really functionally changed and things are going kind of okay, but my sleep cycle has been a little bit disrupted, and it's not every night and it's not all the time, but it's noticeable that there's been like an uptick. And there was a lady who was kind of like the MC of the veterans meeting, and the first words out of her mouth was, "Do you have any anniversaries coming up?" And I had not thought about that as a possibility. And then when I thought about it, I did realize that there were a couple of what you might call like anniversaries coming up, and maybe subconsciously my body, my mind, my subconscious are naturally doing something at a specific time of year where there have been previous things that have happened maybe so long ago that my conscious mind doesn't think about them nearly as much, but my subconscious mind is like, oh, it's almost spring. Get ready, do something. And all of a sudden I'm losing sleep and maybe staying up a little bit too late some nights and getting up too early the next morning because of just regular Monday through Friday, responsibilities. So I wanted to share that with everybody, and I wanted to impart on everybody to not forget to look in the mirror, not forget to take accountability for our own actions. Obviously, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to, if you have a bad day, like, don't beat yourself up, and don't be too hard on yourself, because it happens. Okay. You guys know that we're always here. We know that we want you guys here all the time. Okay. This is a national problem. This is a problem that is across the board, in the military, outside the military. It's a societal thing. Okay. If you are having issues, if you are in crisis, okay, you can dial 988. Okay. It's kind of like dialing 911. You can text star 988. Okay. And they will probably call you back. You can dial 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Okay. There are licensed behavioral health specialists waiting for your call to help maybe talk you off the ledge a little bit. You can get it out. You do not have to be homicidal or suicidal to call this number. You can call this number if you just need to word vomit for a bit. If you're pent up, if you're angry, we get it. We've been there. Sometimes for no fucking reason. Make a phone call before you make a mistake. All right? We need you guys here. Okay? Somebody down the road is going to need you here. All right? If you guys are having issues, if you're having troubles, we will be here for you. You can message us. Okay? We will see it. We will get a hold of you. I will give you my personal fucking number if that's what it is. All right? I am not, by the way, a licensed behavioral health specialist, but I will fucking give you my fucking number. And if you want to fucking hear my voice, I will fucking talk to you. All right? It's okay to reach out to people. Get that fucking pride out of your goddamn brains. All right? And get and seek help when you need it. Not fucking tomorrow, not fucking a week from now when the schedule fucking softens up. Do it now. All right? We love you guys. We need you here. All right? As far as I'm tracking, your next hit time, okay, we're going to play a game probably tomorrow night, but officially your next hit time is going to be approximately 168 hours from right now. Okay, you got 7 days. We ask for 7 days here on this show. We want to see you here again in 7 days. It's one of the reasons we go live and why we try to have a little bit of fun once a week. John, Joe, what do you guys got for me?
Yo, I just want to say I love you, man. I love you too, Joe. This is getting
you,
fun.
Dude.
And I just want to say,
we're having a good time. Dude,
Crazy
we
Ace.
drink Mad Dog 2020 on the air. How can you not? How can you not?
And over here, what Crazy Ace is saying, man, that we're all here. We can't wait. We have talked about having a fucking, the first event's going to be in Kansas City, and once we figure out,
we're gonna have to figure that out. Kansas
once we figure out those logistics,
we got the World Cup coming, NFL draft next month, dude. We got all kinds of fucking shit coming our way.
Yeah.
Dude,
plus, we have a couple things we want to bring. We want to bring up fantasy baseball and stuff with everything coming up. So guys, join us next week. Let's have a good time. Bring your drinks if you want a day drink. Bring your pets. Never trust a man with a mustache. All that good stuff.
This is our church, dude. Put your earpods in when you go to yours, when you get dragged to yours. So
yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and AirPods just got a major update where you could check your heart rate through your headphones now. So let us know what your heart rate is while listening to the DD214 Gaming Podcast and screenshot it to us. Leave us a voicemail at anchor.fm/DD214 Gaming. Let us know how shitty we are. Love you guys.
Later, everyone.